words on behalf of the family.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, our family is blessed to have Johnny's beautiful daughter Kendall with us today, and she would like to say a few words about her daddy.
I just wanted to take a moment and say how proud I am of my dad and what a great honor this is for him. Wow, Hall of Fame. I can see him smiling down and saying, really? Me? I remember in New York at a hockey camp with him skating backwards with me and just pulling me along. When I think of my dad, I think of him always on the ice. I've seen photos and videos of him playing, and he is a truly great hockey player. But not just that, also a great humorous friend. And last but not least, a great daddy. Thank you for your time and Team 23.
Kendall, I know your daddy is so proud of you, as are we all. On behalf of Johnny's family and friends, I'd like to thank the ECHL for the great honor of having our Johnny boy inducted into your Hall of Fame. John would want us to graciously acknowledge and congratulate his fellow inductees, Jim Edwards, Wes Goldie, and Al McIsaac, for their great careers, accomplishments, and contributions to the ECHL. It's been really great to get to know and party with you all and your families. Congratulations, guys. On behalf of our family, we'd also like to thank the ACES organization and the fans who are all here today. Thank you for this great turnout. We really appreciate it. Johnny played 4 years in the Ontario Hockey League for the North Bay Centennials, where he became and remains the franchise's all-time leading scorer. He then played 3 years at Wilfrid Laurier University in Waterloo, where he broke many records both on and off the ice. He completed his BA degree and since graduation has been elected into the WLU Athletic Hall of Fame. But once his university days came to an end, Johnny was ready to move on to a professional hockey career. I will never forget how excited Johnny was when head coach Doug Shedden called to invite him to Lafayette to join the newly formed Louisiana Ice Skaters. Johnny jumped at the opportunity, packed his bags, and headed south. When he got there, Johnny discovered that he would be spending the first 2 months of the season on the road while the Louisiana Cajun Dome was being retrofitted for hockey. Welcome to the ECHL, son. I hope you enjoy the bus. Which, of course, Johnny did. Soon enough, the Gators were playing on home ice in the Cajun Dome, where hockey was novel and exciting and complicated for these new fans. The rules of the game were published on the inside of the program cover to help educate what would soon become record-breaking crowds. Routine saves by a Gator goalie would receive thunderous ovations, and an opponent being called for icing would have the fans on their feet going crazy. It was really interesting for our family to watch this all. Ice skater goals would incite the 10,000 plus to do the chomp in unison, and words cannot describe what they would do when there was a fight. It was complete mayhem, and it was awesome. It was an instant love affair between the team and their fans. Over his career, Johnny played in many cities around the world. He embraced every city he played in, but especially loved Lafayette. It was there that he made it onto the billboards around town, advertising for Budweiser. It was there where he loved visiting the kids in the schools and hospitals, and always remembered that signing autographs and taking pictures with fans was a privilege for him and not a chore. It was there where he loved to spread the word about ice skaters hockey to the great people in the community of Lafayette. While there were many coaches along the way in Johnny's career who helped shape him into the player he was, I would consider Doug Shedden to be the most important hockey mentor my son would ever have. Sheds was a player's coach, and Johnny was a player's player, and the two of them always put the team first. Johnny and Sheds formed an immediate friendship that would last forever. Johnny loved Shedsy. On behalf of Johnny, thank you, Sheds, for believing in him and for giving him a chance to play professional hockey. I'd also like to thank Ernie Parker and Logan Nichols, the co-owners of the Ice Skaters, for everything they did to make the team such a success. To the great Too Fine, Bruce Levine, aka the voice of the Ice Skaters, who was at all the team's events and became a great personal friend of Johnny. And to the great fans like Susan Hammer and Bill and Jane Chalmers, who always made sure that Johnny had a virtual food hamper for every team road trip, or that his jersey would be bought for a nifty price at a Gator charity auction. And then there's the Anselmo family. Shortly after Johnny passed, we received a phone call from Chuck Jr., here with us today, to say that he and his dad, Chuck Sr., had purchased the ice skaters and named the business part of the franchise JS Hockey Venture in honor of Johnny. Our family has been blessed with the outpourings of kindness from too many people to mention, but when Chuck called to say they were retiring number 23 in the rafters of the Cajun Dome in November 2010, alongside his buddy and ECHL Hall of Famer Chris Belisevic, we were all extremely touched. We thank the Anselmo family for all they have done for us and for Johnny, but most importantly for their friendship. The last group of people I'd like to thank today on behalf of my son are his ice skater teammates, all of them. Johnny loved you all, and we know that you all loved him. We thank the teammates who came to his celebration of life, have kept in touch with our family, and who have come faithfully to his Team 23 Memorial Golf Tournament each August, which raises money for Kendall's future education. In typical Johnny fashion, I'd like to mention some of these teammates, not by name, but rather by your nicknames. Jackson, Willie, Junior, Muzzy, Parse, Murph Dog, Big Unit, Whiny, the Vals, and of course, Louie, also here with us today. Hans, Porky, Nellie, Shanny, Kegger, Razor, Bones, Pags, Joey Mitz, Shoney, George Mans, and of course the one and only Big, John Jennings Sr., the ice skaters team trainer who sadly passed away just last week. Our thoughts and prayers go out to Big's family and friends, and especially to his sons, Johnny Jr. and Joel. When the time came to design Johnny's monument after his passing, our family decided that the most appropriate tribute would be a hockey locker. Knowing that his days in the ECHL were his favorite ones, we designed the jersey and helmet after the ice skater jersey he proudly wore, and concluded that the word teammate best described who he was to all of us in every walk of life. That word is prominently displayed on the front under his name. And in his own words, "Every day should be like Mardi Gras, that's how I try to live my life," is front and center on this beautiful monument. One of Johnny's favorite stories was when the ice skaters had a game the day after a huge Mardi Gras party and got blown out 9-2 on home ice. While skating off the ice skater fans gave them a standing ovation. The fans knew, they all knew. I'd like to close by sharing with everyone why our family thinks Johnny is a Hall of Famer. We know that he would totally downplay the points he racked up over his hockey career, the victories on the ice, or how many times he led the league in scoring. He would want to modestly be remembered as a teammate and a friend. And the best way I can do that is to quote him. "When I turned 60, all of my children wrote me a special birthday letter, so I leave you with this excerpt from Johnny in his own words." And I quote, "I can honestly say that I would not trade my first 37 years on this earth with anyone. I have enjoyed many great experiences and an amazing life thanks to hockey. I think back to my days in Kitchener minor hockey, and the one thing that stands out for me was the support in the crowd from the parents. The cheering in the stands and the fun we had during seasons all made our hockey experience that much better. When I think back on all the sports we played, it's not the championships that we won or the scoring titles I may have won. It's the fun I had playing with my friends and the parties and tournaments we were able to go to with friends and family." Ladies and gentlemen of the ECHL and Associates, our family thanks you for this tremendous honor you have bestowed upon Johnny today. And to our Johnny boy, we would simply say, thanks for the memories. It was fantastic following alongside your journey in hockey to all corners of the globe. You played the game with class, were the epitome of a true teammate. And in the category that counts the most, you were the best family member and friend anyone could ever hope to have. Thank you.